Tarot. Thank you for your amazing energy. Thank you for hanging out with me, and thank you for clicking on like and subscribing to my channel, and also for hitting that notification bell. That's going to let you know when I'm going live or posting new readings. This is the first month I am going live with my monthly zodiac tarot card readings. So thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for supporting me. And thank you for clicking on like and subscribe. It really is going to help my channel grow, and it is really appreciated. This is a general reading, not personal, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. I won't be answering questions during this live. I am only going to be doing the reading. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Spirit, I'm shuffling for the overall energy for the Virgo collective. What is it that they need to know for March 2026? Shuffling for the collective energy, the Virgo collective energy. What is it that they need to know for March 2026, Spirit? Thank you. I have a couple more cards. Okay, so we have slow and steady to start the reading. So something, and it's so funny because it's like the Pentacles, I feel like that's their, that's what they represent, and that's earth sign energy. So not surprised that that comes out. Slow and steady, putting time and effort into everything, making sure your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted, making sure everything is in order and working precisely as it's meant to. So I feel like things are moving ahead for you. You'd like them to move a little faster, but we have to remember that it is in our timing. It is divine timing. So slow and steady, we're getting there. It's just we're putting in the time, we're putting in the hard work, and I know what it feels like to want to get to that goal faster. Unfortunately, there's more things that we need to learn, and Spirit's saying, you're getting there. You're getting there. Don't worry. Just keep on moving forward. Do not give up. We got this. All right, and we also have into the unknown. So this may be an opportunity for us this month to explore new things, new people, new places. To you might be asked to go on a trip or a new adventure, or maybe start a new relationship with somebody who you might not have considered before. So I feel like Spirit's saying, welcome this opportunity. You know, you don't always know everything, and you don't always have to know everything for you to explore and enjoy. So I really do feel like this is going to be coming in this month for us, these opportunities. I feel like this whole year is going to um, be a time of opening doors for new and exciting possibilities. You know, like I said, we're putting in the hard work. We're doing what we have to do to see our goals and dreams come into fruition. And we don't know what's coming up. We can't know what Spirit has in store for us, but we have to keep our chins up and go bravely into what our path has. We have to follow that path with grace, hold our heads high, and make use of the resources that are coming in so we can use them to our advantage, even though we don't know what's coming up. All right, so let's pull some cards from this deck for the Virgo collective for March 2026. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for hanging out. And thank you for clicking on like and subscribing to my channel. I am Sarah B. This is Just B Tarot. And I am shuffling for the Virgo collective for the overall energy for March 2026. Spirit, what do we have for the Virgo collective? Thank you. Next, I'll be doing Taurus, and then Capricorn to follow. This is the first month I am going live with my monthly tarot readings for the zodiac. So thank you for supporting me. Thank you for giving me your feedback. I'm really excited about it, and I hope you are too. Okay, so we have the first card that came out is romance. So maybe you're going into the unknown with a new romance. And if you are already with somebody, this might be somebody who is coming, or maybe sparks are reigniting. Maybe somebody's coming back from the past. Maybe you're going on a weekend getaway with your partner, reigniting a situation, rehashing something. But I do feel like this is going to be an exciting time for you. It's like you guys are starting a new path, perhaps into the unknown. You don't know what's coming up. And maybe this frightens you a little bit. Maybe you're not used to being in a relationship and it has you a little freaked out. But you're asked to just take each day as it comes. Don't get in your head about it and see what develops. Let's see what other cards we have from this deck. All right, Spirit, what do we have for the Virgo Collective? Virgo Collective. What do we have for the Virgo Collective, Spirit? The overall energy for March 2026. What's coming in? Okay, we have originality. Being authentic is what the phrase I just heard. Authentication. Being yourself. You know, that takes a lot of bravery to be yourself. I know it sounds crazy, but like for everybody to be themselves, to let down their guard, to be vulnerable in front of other people, that is not an easy task for some. Some people are themselves all the time, flaws and all. You know, they put themselves out there, they laugh at themselves, you know, they make mistakes, they learn from them, they're accountable for it. But some people have a really tough time. Some people get embarrassed very easily. Some people feel like there's stigmas behind certain things that, you know, come up, or they feel like, you know, they've been told to not talk about certain things as they were growing up, so they didn't. And now they feel like there's this stigma behind these things that other people have too, but they've never been able to share it because of what other people have told them. So being yourself isn't always as easy as it seems. So, but you're asked this month to work on being authentic. You know, telling people how you feel. Of course, you know, you don't have to be putting up, you can put up boundaries, you can say no to people. Um, but you can also express yourself as far as how you're feeling about somebody. Let people know how you're feeling. Life is short, and I feel like we're finding that out more each and every day with the things that are happening in the world. And we really have to live in the moment sometimes to, and originality is just that, living in the moment and taking advantage of the moments that are brought to you. Anything else from this deck, Spirit? No? Okay. So now we are moving on to tarot for the Virgo Collective. Spirit, I'm shuffling for the Virgo Collective for March 2026. All right, so let's see what Spirit has to say for our Virgos. Thank you, Spirit. What does the Virgo Collective need to know? Thank you, guys, guardian angels, ancestors, beings from the highest realms and the brightest lights. What does the Virgo collective need to know? Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for supporting me. This is, like I said, the first month that I'm going live with these monthly tarot readings. So I do appreciate the support. Thank you for clicking on like, subscribing to my channel, and hitting that notification bell. That's going to let you know when I'm going live. All right, so the first card out is the Ten of Wands. I feel like Virgo is overwhelmed by something right now. Well, I mean, I know you guys take on a lot. People pleasing, wanting to see everybody happy. Sometimes you're spreading yourself, most of the times you're spreading yourself too thin. So I feel like this is a call to recognize that. You know, there has to be a happy medium. That kind of lifestyle is going to burn you out. Yes, I know it's part of your being, but being a people pleaser is going to burn you out, and that's not being your authentic self. You know, not being able to set boundaries and not being able to say no to people is not being authentic. You know, and staying true to yourself when, you know, other people are disrespecting you, and letting them disrespect you is not being your authentic self. So if you do feel like Spirit's saying this needs to be addressed throughout the collective, and starting to take some things off your plate might be a good start. Now there's going to be something is coming to an end, but you know, the Death card, yes, it's an ending, but it's also a new beginning. So let's pull a couple more cards. Spirit says too many. I'm gonna get another card to see what else. Ooh. So we had now these three came out together. King of Chalices, which is the King of Cups, the Chariot, and the Three of Wands. So we have this King of Cups energy coming into your energy. Or this could be you if you're a cross watcher coming into Virgo's energy. I feel like you've been divinely guided in this direction. And it's something that you've been longing for. Something that you have been waiting for. Something that you may have put on hold and are coming back to. Okay, so let's go ahead and start clearing these cards, shall we? We have the Ten of Wands. So let's clarify the Ten of Wands for the Virgo collective. Shuffling to clarify the Ten of Wands. What does the Virgo collective need to know regarding the Ten of Wands? Thank you. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Spreading yourself too thin. Your cup is empty. You have too much on your plate right now. Your cup is empty. You need to practice self-care. Taking care of yourself, whether it be, I mean, that could look like so many different things. Okay? Taking care of yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, you know, can look like a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Self-care can be as easy as maybe taking a shower without your toddler banging on the door. This could be, you know, walking away from a relationship that wasn't work or was abusive or belittling. This could be going for a pedicure with your girls, just getting, you know, that couple of hours of decompression. So, I mean, it could look like something very, very serious and heavy to something like that you just need a second to yourself. So take that as it resonates, but something needs to start to get this cup into the upright position. because right now you are drained. Your cup is empty. And I knew as soon as I saw this that you were being overwhelmed, burdened, taking care of other people, but not taking care of yourself. Are you getting enough sleep? How's your health? When's the last time you went for a doctor's visit or to a physical? So make sure you're taking care of yourself before you can take care of others. That cup needs to be filled so you can nourish others who care about you. Let's see what else we have. Oh, and I have the hiccups. I also feel like there's going to be a disconnection, or you're feeling disconnected from somebody emotionally. Somebody that you were, you had an emotional connection with might have dissipated, or you're just feeling like you're not as close as you used to be. This could be a breakup of some kind. But here's another two cups that are in the reverse. You know, so again, that self-care, that self-love, your cups are empty right now. So this is something that needs to be addressed. Emotional fulfillment starts with taking care of yourself. You know, meditating, reflection. You know, it's really important. It hurts because you have to see the truth if you're truthful with yourself. It hurts. There's a lot of crying when you're reflective and you're immersed in that, you know, really diving into who you are, and what made you who you are. And if you take off the blinders and see the way people actually treated you, including your parents and siblings and aunts and uncles, I mean, if you look at the reality of it, it's not all, sparklers, roses, and rainbows. It's a lot of things that, enter into who we are as people today. All right, Spirit, I'm shuffling for this Death card. What does the Virgo Collective need to know regarding this Death card? Shuffling for the Virgo Collective. Okay, we have, ooh, I feel like self-sabotaging energy. I feel like you're not letting things just work out the way they're supposed to. We have the Five of Swords. That is winning at any cost, trying to control a situation. Spirit saying you have to step back. Stop trying to control this whatever it is. You have to trust your higher power, because we know the Fool is about to walk off that cliff. Head held in the air, not knowing where it's going to lead. Kind of like this card, just not knowing. But trusting the journey. Letting go of control, letting things happen the way they're supposed to happen. And Spirit saying things are going to work out if you just frickin' let them. But you have to make sure you're letting them. Letting things unravel the way they're supposed to unravel. All right, so next is this clarifying the King of Cups, the Chariot card, and the Three of Wands. Spirit, tell me about this triplet cards that came out. What else does Virgo need to know regarding this King of Cups and Chariot? I feel like there's an established person coming into your life and they're drawn to you. This is something that you've been waiting for, they've been waiting for, the universe has been waiting to hand to you. And it's coming in quickly. And this is because you've trusted. This is because you're being rewarded. This charioteer doesn't have any reins on those horses. This charioteer is letting go of control and letting the universe drive that chariot. All right, so let's see what Spirit wants us to know. The Empress, there's going to be growth. Stagnancy is over here. It's not going to be easy, okay? But most things that are worth it aren't. You have to fight for a relationship to succeed. You might have felt like it was too much, like you were trying to balance. You didn't know. There's going to be growth here. You're going to feel like, at first especially, because I do feel like most of you from the Virgo collective are used to living this solo life. Very independent energy. Focusing on others before you're focusing on yourself with this Five of Cups. Always focusing on the spilled. You got to focus more on yourself. You have to take that into consideration, that you need to nourish yourself, replenish yourself, spend time by yourself, and really feed yourself and heal. Because once you know yourself, then you're going to know so much more about others. And it's going to take you to places where there's so much growth, and that stagnancy is going to end. All right, so let's move on to the concluding message for our Virgo collective. All right, and thank you once again for clicking on like and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate your support in this new live that I'm doing with the monthly tarot readings. Next up is going to be Taurus. So follow me next to that reading. All right, Spirit shuffling for the concluding message for our Virgo collective. What do they need to hear? Thank you. Okay. Oh, I like this card. I'm not sure I ever had this card before. So this is exciting. We have 3. Be present. Find clarity in the moment. The only time we possess is the time we are presently in. While it is prudent to plan for the future and wise to remember the past, the present is where our life truly resides. If we outsource our happiness to future plans or past memories, then we lose the gift of present day. In the end, our life will amount to the collection of our many small moments, the moments of the everyday. If you have pulled this card, then it may be time to focus on what is in front of you now. Bring your awareness to your body and your surroundings. Try not to let your mind drift towards future tasks or past memories. Let everything fall away and just be. Notice where you are and how you feel, and focus on the details of this present moment as an artist would. Look at the lights, shapes, shadows, colors, and textures of what is before you. So bringing yourself back to the present, that was an example of how to bring yourself back to the present, is really important, especially for people who suffer with anxiety, which I do. So that exercise right there that I just read is actually what started bringing and getting me back into the present and not focusing and worrying. And it really does help with anxiety. So if you're triggered by anxiety and you're worrying too much, that's a good start. Bringing yourself back into the present by making yourself smell the smells, what's around you, making yourself know where you are presently, physically present. So it really does help, and I hope this reading helped. All right, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for clicking on like and subscribing to my channel, and also for hitting that notification bell. That's going to let you know when I'm going live or posting new readings. I am going to sign off of this one and go right into our Taurus Collective uh, monthly tarot card reading. So I hope to see you there. Bye.